Is sport bringing you that heat and that fire. We keeping a foot on the whoop on the decks. We keeping a foot on the whoop on the decks, and like the Tibetan Mastiff that I am, I'm applying whoop unlimited pressure. Because pressure does whoop, heat bursts his pipes. We gotta talk about it. These Devin Haney fanboys, dog, they the worst. He said it again. These Devin Haney fanboys are the worst. And the reason why He Knows the Sport is saying this shit is because what He Knows the Sport is realizing is that Devin Haney fanboys, they just like Devin Haney. They're a bunch of mediocrity type of motherfuckers. Devin Haney hasn't done anything for us to sit here and act like he did something that was so profound, something that was so redunculous, something that was so reminiscent of a guy that is the man at 135. Devin Haney got exposed at his truest and his most properest levels by a 100-year-old Gamboa. Devin Haney revealed, like He Knows the Sport say, because he's the standard bearer and the trendsetter on YouTube. There's a reason why I say these things. There's a reason why He Knows the Sport and the Prediction King strikes again. And the Prediction King strikes again. The Prediction King is looking exactly the way he's supposed to, because He Knows the Sport is bringing you that heat and that bar, and keeping a foot on the whoop, the X, and keeping a foot on the whoop. The bottom line is this: Devin Haney got exposed at his truest and his most properest levels. Devin Haney basically looked exactly the way that we expected him to look. 100-year-old Gamboa. How the fuck did you lose a fight to a 100-year-old Gamboa? How the fuck did you get exposed the way that you get exposed? By a split fucking decision. I mean, this is a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, You're not supposed to have that fight the way that you had it. The reason for that is because you're not doing what you're supposed to. Devin Haney needs to work on that choppy overhand right. It's predictable as fuck. It makes him look stupid as fuck. I showed you guys when I did the video where I didn't even talk, and I showed you how he was looking predictable as fuck in the Alfredo Santiago fight. See, He Knows the Sport was trying to tell you guys of things to come. The choppy overhand right was getting countered left and right. What we're realizing with Devin Haney is he has no fucking head movement. Devin Haney's head is there on the swivel to get fucking hit. Let me say it again. Devin Haney's head is on the swivel to get fucking hit. And if real boxing fans, the real G's, the super real G's, and the ultimate real G's out here in these boxing streets that have the true boxing eye test of being honest with themselves and using logic over bias, they would say this. They wouldn't deny this. Devin Haney is getting exposed because Devin Haney is a pure fucking beta in the ring. That's the cold-hearted, that's the unadulterated, and that's the cutthroat truth teller fashion. Devin Haney's getting exposed because Devin Haney is proving that when it's all said and done, Devin Haney doesn't have what it fucking takes. At 135, He Knows the Sport has to say this. When I'm looking at the super duper hype job variation and i.e. Teofimo Lopez, I see a guy that can definitely expose Devin Haney. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. I see a guy in Teofimo Lopez that has power, and if he's hitting Devin Haney with his lack of head movement, he can knock him out. Can you believe He Knows the Sport is saying this? But see, this is not about being personal here. This is logic over bias and not bias over logic. Let me say it again. It's logic over bias and not bias over logic. He Knows the Sport gotta call a spade, keep it real, keep it a buck, and keep it 100. Devin Haney is not a top lightweight. All of these motherfuckers are sitting here saying it's a shutout. Do you guys know what pitching a shutout is? See, this is what's wrong with Rudy Poor and Plum Plum Race. Classic Dolce and Troglodytes. Ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. Their standard is any fucking thing. Their standard is bullshit and fuck shit at its truest and its most properest levels. Let me educate you boxing fans or so-called boxing fans on what pitching a fucking shutout is. That's what Floyd Mayweather did to Canelo Alvarez. That's what Earl the True Spence did to Mikey Garcia. That is a fucking shutout. That is a legitimate 120, 108. That's what Shakur Stevenson did to Buddy that he was fucking his sister. I don't remember Buddy's name, but he had to go see his ass in dinner and fuck him too. That was close to a 120, 108. That was a 119, 109. The only reason why it wasn't 120, 108 is because Shakur Stevenson took a run off. That was a fucking boxing clinic for the new breeds. Shakur Stevenson's a boxing extraordinaire, and He Knows the Sport is looking like a real G, a super real G, and an ultimate real G out here in these boxing streets. He's looking like a standard bearer and a trendsetter like he is on fucking YouTube. Because I told you motherfuckers, man, in his most cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truth teller fashion, in his most visceral form, because I'm the ultimate truth teller on YouTube. Remember, logic over bias and not the opposite, man. Let me say it again. Logic over bias and not the opposite. Devin Haney ain't that fucking dude. And anyone trying to sell he knows his sport on Devin fucking Haney, you don't know shit about fucking boxing. I'm gonna channel Roger Mayweather. You don't know shit about fucking boxing. Stop calling this motherfucker the next Mayweather. He is nothing like the next Mayweather. If you guys are sitting here telling me that he is reminiscent of Mayweather, I'm gonna start being repulsive, and I'm gonna start throwing the fuck up. Because Mayweather don't have head movement problems. Mayweather don't get countered. Mayweather is a counterer. He's the pool counter extraordinaire. He's the one countering your fucking ass. You want to know Mayweather's true counting ability? Watch the Juan Manuel Marquez fight. Juan Manuel Marquez is a counter extraordinaire, and Mayweather was pool countering the fuck out of his ass. Mayweather don't get hit in the head like that. Devin Haney got head movement issues. Gas is fucking kryptonite. I see it right now. So I know if he fights Gervonta Tank Davis, he's literally getting tanked in the fucking ring. If he fights Teofimo Lopez and Teofimo Lopez get them hands off on his ass, it's over. And to be honest with you, I don't think Devin Haney's ready for Vasily Lomachenko because I see too many fucking chinks in the armor. 100-year-old Gamboa, a guy that overnight Gervonta Tank Davis turned from a 38-year-old to a 100-year-old, and you couldn't stop him. You know why he knows his sport is keeping the fucking foot on Devin Haney's neck? It's because I hold fighters by their own standard. You said you were going to do better than the Chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. You said you was going to do better than Gervonta Tank Davis. You said you was going to knock out fucking Yuriorkis Gamboa in 1 second. And you was 12 rounds too fucking late. Whew. What I said was so deep and profound. Let me let that marinate the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. So hear me fucking well. You said you was going to knock this motherfucker out in 1 second. And you was 12 rounds too fucking late. So what is the fucking issue here, Devin Haney? The issue is as simple as this. It is in levels in its fucking gears at its truest and its most properest level. You're not that dude at 135. And you need to fire Bill Haney immediately or immediately. You need to let Floyd Money Mayweather handle all your fucking affairs, fall your ass up on the Al Heyman, and fire the new master, i.e. the new car salesman in Eddie Hearn. Because they're not running you right. They're running you into the fucking dirt. Like he knows his sport predicted again in Nostradamus fashion, dog. He knows his sport is Sun Tzu, aka Art of War. 7 steps ahead of the game. 48 laws of power on that ass. Because I see shit that motherfuckers can't see, man. Because I'm not only using a true boxing eye test, I'm also using visionary skills. This is why there can only be one he knows his sport, dog. 3-dimensional thinking fashion. Devin Haney fanboys don't want to accept this truth because Devin Haney fanboys, just like Devin Haney, are a bunch of mediocrity individuals. Stop comparing this motherfucker to Gervonta Tank Davis. They don't speak in the same language. They don't speak in the same lane, and they ain't not on the same level, not on the same gears. It's like Meek Mill say, there's levels to this shit. There's fucking gears. And the simple as this, the levels and the gears is as simple as this. Devin Haney ain't on Gervonta Tank Davis's level or fucking gear. Gervonta Tank Davis damn near missed weight. And he damn near in missing fucking weight, Gervonta Tank Davis was able to drop Gamboa not 1, not 2, but fucking 3 times, dog. Broke his fucking Achilles. Could you imagine if it was the Gervonta Tank Davis that fought Leo Santa Cruz? That uppercut? Shit. See, it's the things that make you say, It's the things that make you say, he knows this sport got to ride a little bit on this motherfucker. Because Devin Haney fanboys don't want to accept this shit. Bill Haney's the fucking problem. Fire that motherfucker. Fall your ass up under the Mayweathers permanently. Immediately. Beg Floyd Mayweather for services 1,000%, Devin Haney. Because you have too many fucking chinks in the arms. And so-called black community fan bases. If you're about your people and you're about yours, why are you so happy that Devin Haney is with the fucking master? Dodo head, brain full of mush, brainwash followers. See, this is what it is at its truest and its most properest levels. Niggas got fucking side agendas because they can't stand Floyd. Because Floyd is a true alpha extraordinaire governed by true alpha economics. And Floyd's true alpha ways reveals their pure beta fucking ways. Let me say it again. Floyd's true alpha ways reveals their pure beta ways. When it's all said and done, if these niggas were around Floyd, they'd be cheesing. Oh, Floyd can't get your autograph. Floyd can't be around you. That's how they would act at their truest and their most properest levels. So why these niggas are stunting? Why these niggas are fronting? I don't fucking know. This is what He Knows the Sport was talking about, that field nigga and that house nigga mindset. That shit ain't going nowhere. Jim Crow laws, over 500 plus years of slavery, divide and conquer. The massa has sure fucked us up. And that's what you're seeing with Devin Haney fanboys not accepting the fact that Devin Haney ain't that fucking dude. Stay your fucking ass away from Gervonta Tank Davis. Stay your rabbit ass away from Shakur Stevenson. And now I have to say it. Stay your rabbit ass away from the super duper hype job variation. Because against you, he ain't no damn super duper hype job variation. If anything, Devin Haney's a fucking hype job. You were supposed to embarrass the fuck out of Gamboa. I didn't even care if you didn't knock him out. You were supposed to make that shit look like fucking Floyd Mayweather and Gotti. You couldn't even fucking do that. So you're not the next Mayweather. You are what I say a bullshit fucking artist. You are what I say a choppy overhand right artist that's predictable as fuck. And you are what I say an exposed fighter that got exposed at his truest and his most proper levels. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. And that's the cutthroat truth-teller fashion. I keeps the foot on the whoop. The X. In this case, all fucking week, He Knows the Sport is keeping the lion's foot on Devin Haney's giraffe fucking neck. This is He Knows the Sport. Check it out.